Blackout. My name is Boy Wisdom, and I'm here with popular content creator Bend. You know, I usually watch your videos. It's amazing. I like your work.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Last time there was one of your videos I saw. We were talking about like your daily life, how you move, your work, and everything. Do you face any struggle? Like, what's the major struggle that you have faced as a content creator? That somebody that's just, especially in this city of Benin.
Okay.
You know, because it's a bit limiting in Benin City.
Okay, my struggles as a creator. Okay, so first of all, I believe that the number one struggle is discipline. Discipline is not so easy, right? I think there's a content where I talked about how after graduating from school, you know, in school you have this organized system and you just have to follow through.
Yeah.
So after graduation, you now have to set up structures by yourself. If you don't do what you are supposed to do, nobody is going to query you. There are no immediate consequences. But that discipline first, that is a challenge. That's a struggle on its own. Then there are other factors that even make it more difficult to be disciplined. For example, now, when I started, I batch created some of my first videos. I started with a talking head videos, and I batch created, and that was because there was light, and I would always shoot at night because that was when there was light. But there was this particular day I could not shoot, and I had to combine clips and do a voiceover. But eventually you start running out of clips, and I went back to the talking head. But it was now a struggle because the light in my area just got spoiled, and I could no longer shoot my talking head. So
that's like big challenge.
Yes, my content and my consistency suffered at that point in time. But thank God we have light now, so I'm back to creating.
Do you think that consistency plays a big role? That you have to be consistent, like as a content creator, because most of the people that I've seen are like they are just like blew up now.
Yeah.
They've been there, like they've been hidden for a while.
Yes.
Like
true.
all of a sudden, but they just go. So do you think that as a content creator, you have to be very consistent? Because there are people that they probably just shoot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 videos, and maybe the videos no blow up.
Yes.
They could just go back to their hiding and say, okay,
Yes.
So do you think that consistency plays a big role in
Yeah, it does. But it's a mindset that informs the consistency. Do you get? So I have a video where I talked about that I was creating for just one person, an audience of one. That if I upload a video or I put out something and just one person likes it, just one person sees it, just one person comments, I'm okay. You get? I know that it's very difficult to not focus on the numbers. It's very difficult. We live in a society where engagement is glorified, right? Engagement is a measure of success. So it's frustrating sometimes. You put in the work, and those content that you even put in more work, they end up not doing as much
as you want.
You get? So it's easy and it's discouraging. But that back to the mindset, you have to really like what you are doing. You have to really know that. Yes, you have to know that. Okay, if this just reaches only one person and maybe changes one person's life. Now, it's online that one looks like a small number. In real
reality,
life, when you put 10 people here, do you get 10 people see your content? 10 people,
some people even bag like
relate.
500 views.
Yes, like, and they're angry.
They're angry like 500 people, like 500 human beings, real.
Yes, on average on TikTok, we get 300 views and we are so angry. Even me that I made that video that I create for an audience of one, from time to time it does get to me, and I'm like, God, this one should go viral. This one should go viral. But I've learned that virality is not the goal, actually. There's this creator I follow. Everybody knows him, the creator, Salem King.
Yeah, Salem King.
Yes. Yeah. I think watching Salem King prompted me to even... I learned a lot of things even before I got into content creation. So when I started, I was applying it. So he said something about that some people, their growth might not just be sudden. They might just grow gradually. And that is even more stable. You get? Some people might not just go viral once, but then their community just increases. Yes, but gradually. And then virality sometimes might be overhyped because you get people, they go viral for things that they don't want to. That's not their core. That's not their message. But they go viral for it. and it brings that temptation to want to now change your own message, change your style, change everything about your identity, and say, because this thing, it's like a drug, and it gives you that feeling, and you now start chasing. And if you're not careful, you know how it is. It does not end. Yes. It does
Yeah,
not
you
end.
just keep going, like
Yes.
you just keep going,
Yes.
and you drown, and you
Yes.
end up drowning.
So I think you just have to deal with what you can control, and that is putting yourself out there, like I say. So even if one person sees you, that one is enough. Yes, that's what I said in the video. One is enough. So there's this story I want to tell you. It was J. Cole. I think he dropped an album in February, right?
Yeah.
Around that time.
The rapper now.
Eh?
J. Cole, the rapper.
Yes. I think it's the fall of. There was is it Thriller? I don't know what they used to introduce, but there was one video that he used. I think it was a video. Yes. It was one creator that made that video, I think some years back, and when he uploaded it on YouTube, it had about, it did not really perform, yes, according to conventional metrics, did not perform. But one of the people that saw that video was, I think, J. Cole's manager or something. Now, after J. Cole now used the video, that video blew up, and the creator blew up. Now, imagine that
he didn't put.
Yes, one of the person seeing your videos, that one, because it's not going to tell you that these are the people that saw it. Yes, you just see 300 views.
Yeah.
But just one person there is able to change things for you.
I swear. I remember at one time where I posted a singing video on my story, and I just saw Don Jazzy just view the post. I said,
it's
Jesus
like that.
Christ. I had 5 views.
You see?
Don Jazzy just.
But Don Jazzy is one of them.
I circled it in. I posted it on WhatsApp. I said, as how now? How did I get here?
Yes.
So like, that's true. What you just said is true.
And sometimes it's because we don't appreciate the people around us. Because when you upload something, people around you engage.
Yes. Like,
but you look at it, you are like, you don't. It's because you don't appreciate them. Just like you mentioned, if it was Don Jazzy that was one of those people, you'll be sad.
I saw immediately I posted that thing that I posted.
Yes.
My friend, they see my name on that day, you know circle my name.
But some of your friends are legends in the making. Do you know? Yes. And what better time to build a relationship with them than now? Because
somebody said something. Yeah. They said that you know that some of your friends are people that are extremely talented, are people that you already know that these people, they are going somewhere.
Yes.
He said invest in those people.
That's the best thing.
Invest good time, invest quality time, invest relationship, because those people are the pillar that you used to climb up to where you be too much. People they underrate.
Yes.
Oh, because I'm again, and sometimes it's jealousy.
They know they look long, and some people know they look long term. They know they look long term. They are just focused on waiting this guy they give me now. The guy they give you support, but because you cannot measure it monetarily, you go say waiting this guy they do for me. The guy they give you advice. So not everything in life is material too. Some things you cannot really touch it, but they are vital. Yes. Yes.
As a young, you're obviously a content creator. As a young Nigerian man, just like average Nigerian man.
Yes.
What's like the major challenge that you have faced? No, I don't say this Tinubu regime. This one, he hit everybody.
Yes.
But what's the major thing? Okay, say if they fit comot this thing for my body now, I'll fly. You understand?
Okay, as a Nigerian man, first of all, you're already challenged. You're already challenged. Yes, especially as a young adult. You reach our time to be adults. APC and
biscuits turn 5-2.
APC and Tinubu come enter power. So the major challenge, of course, is it will be finances. That is it.
That's the truth. Let's not lie to ourselves.
It will be finances, because a lot of problems that you are facing, if you have a lot of money, if you have money just enough, you are not going to have those problems, and they will not hold you back. Because now, I think I'm even lucky to have found something that I think is my purpose or connected to my purpose.
And that's a problem for a lot of people, because
I think
they don't know where they are going.
So when these weights, maybe say they are removed now, I know that this is where I have to put my focus in. You get? Or when breakthrough comes, I know where to channel it to.
Yeah.
But it has to be finances. It has to be finances to solve. Not that it's I want to have money for having money's sake. But money is a tool,
Tool,
and that tool can solve problems. So
yeah.
it has to be na finance, na money.
Na money. So do you
Na
think
money.
that, like, because a lot of people have put their priority on money, like people now, everybody, like, if you are not doing something financially for somebody,
Yes,
they
yes,
feel
yes.
like, say, oh, mom, I beg you, they give me money, all of all these
Yeah.
things. So as a man now, do you think that your worth is tied to finances?
Never.
No, but like, is that the way society proposes?
Yeah, but it's not everything that society suggests that is true.
Because I was speaking with a
That
friend,
is
like, he
correct.
just said like, bro, I know they feel myself. I feel like, say,
That's the wrong mindset.
I feel like,
Because
say, omo, as I know they feel, they see money till they do these things. And I don't really know myself again. So I feel like a lot of young men, like from, like, let me just say, like 19,
yeah,
18
after it
to 30, they under that pressure of, say, okay,
of
if they
making
don't feel provide, if they can't provide, then they are useless or
the
something.
truth is money is good, make no mistake. But like I said before, it is a tool. It is not the master. You are the master. You are supposed to control it. You are supposed to use it to do what you are supposed to do. But money should not control you, because it becomes a problem. And one of the problems is a lot of people are not open-minded. They don't understand nuances. They like to think in black and white. When I make statements like, not everything is money, people immediately think that I'm saying I don't want to make money.
Yeah,
But that's not what
yeah,
I'm saying. I want to
Yeah.
make money. I want to make a lot of it. But the truth is that there are lines that I will not cross just to make a lot of money.
That's what's missing in this generation.
Yes.
That's like one major thing that is missing. People
Yes.
do everything to get the money.
Exactly. And if you ask them, why do you want to even make the money?
Popularity.
I know people would say it's subjective, but I would say that the reasons, they are not so tangible. If you critically look at it, they are not so tangible. Because some people just want it for pride, for social status, for people to worship them, flimsy reasons like that. But there are people with real problems that need money. But I think having just enough to live a good life and sort your problems, first of all, that is good. That is okay.
So my worth as a man, as a young man,
It's
is not tied
to money.
to how much I have
So
in my bank
how much you
account.
have. Because there are men that would never in this life touch some amount of money. Does that make them less of?
Oh, I know that reality when you want to try kicking. My man, you make big just now.
Now let me ask
and
you.
it's fact though.
Let me ask you.
It's
If
fact.
your worth is tied to money, then Elon Musk is a better man than everybody on this earth. Is he? Because where does he stop? If your worth is tied to money, what is the benchmark, and who places that benchmark? Is it $1 billion? Is it $1 million? Is it $1,000?
It never ends. Oh. That's why.
Yes.
That's why. Like when you see rich people, they always want to have like the urge to never stop having.
Yes.
Because like you know some people just say, oh, if I can have a car, if I can have I'm okay. I don't really like problem like others can. But like
Yes.
immediately get those things like
We dey talk am. All
immediately
of
get
us.
those things like
Yes.
this. Your desire don't still long pass.
It's human nature. You know, human needs are insatiable. You want something, and the moment you get it, you know that you realize that you want again. You want another one. It does not end, but you have to control it. You have to be the one in control.
People do not want to get into, relationships, friendship, just okay because
Yes.
I can't really provide for this person. I can't really do the things that is it supposed to be like that? It's supposed to be like, okay, if I know if you do these things.
That's a sensitive question, but
Is it supposed because at some point I understand that, okay, even if you say the person who they ask,
yes.
you go always want to take initiative as a man.
Yes. Yes.
So do you think that you have to be a bit financially strong to it doesn't have to be a lot of money, but like to
Yes,
get
you have
into
to have some means. I
Yeah.
believe that yes, you have to have some means, but it is not a general rule, right? There are people that you see and you know that while they may not have money now, they are definitely going to have. You are sure that they are going to have money tomorrow.
the process.
You get now,
process.
and you should not even be with somebody because you think that they are going to have money tomorrow. That is also wrong. Do you get?
That's a
I know
bad
everybody
mindset.
wants security.
Yeah,
Everybody wants security.
Yes.
So I think, but personally, I would believe that you have to have some level of financial means. At least
For
that's my own
yourself,
thought.
yeah.
Yes, but it's not a general rule. If you find your own person and maybe you don't even have the means, and the person understands. The truth is, why people want to have money is because they think that they have to provide for. I know giving expresses love. The Bible says that for God so loved the world that he gave. Giving expresses love. But if you don't have money to give, you can give effort. In fact, if you are giving money that is not intentional, if you are giving money that is not how do I put it, that you're not putting effort into, that's also a problem. Because people have a lot of money and they can give it to you without thinking. Do you get? It does not cost. It does not take any form of intention from them, any form of mental effort. It does not at all. So you have to be careful. There are these things that life is not black and white. So every situation is unique. Not what works for you is going to work for me. So everybody has to know, but the mindset has to be correct. A lot
of women don't care about effort. Yes, now realistically speaking, like it's wiring.
It is the conditioning of the society, and it's fine. It's fine because
that's why people should stick with people that think like
maybe like-minded. Yes. But make no mistake, a lot of people should be very flexible. You cannot just say, "This is how I am. I know what I'm doing." Sometimes you don't know what you are doing. Sometimes the information you think you have is inferior. Do you get? People should be open that there's a possibility that this thing I'm saying, even what I'm saying now, there's a possibility that I might be saying rubbish. Do you get?
That's one of the things. Everybody wants to be right in this generation. Everybody's arguing.
Being right is
subjective to me.
It's overrated, and it's a matter of pride. And pride comes from pride comes from a place of low self-esteem. Some people think that if, say me and you were arguing now, and it turns out that I was wrong, a lot of times, 90% of the times, in that scenario, me I no go agree, because even if I don't find out, so I to not make I not agree say I don't get wrong. I no go agree.
Like why they tell you say Ronaldo great pass Messi, you don't want agree for me. So I understand what you're saying.
I don't need to engage that because no be every talk that they engage. I cannot be arguing facts. You understand?
Okay. Continue.
Let's not let this way. Yes. So I'm not going to agree because I think that in my own head I think that if I'm wrong, it means that this guy is better than me. This guy is better than me, I'm now less of a person. But that's not. No one person in this life knows everything. There are issues that you'll be wrong on. Now, what makes you a better person or a very good person is you realize you are wrong today, you learn it, and you pick up the information so that tomorrow when you are now talking about that thing, you will not be wrong again. Yes. People don't want to
learn. Of information.
Yes. And it's low self-esteem that will make you think that because I'm wrong, they will not be looking me less. If you are wrong on a matter and somebody decides to look at you less as dull, then it's that person that really has a problem and not you. So it's understanding. It's understanding. I can be wrong sometimes. I can be right. And you can also be with somebody it will be as if the person is right almost all the time. And it can be true that the person is right because maybe if you check experience, they've had more experiences than you. They know, like they just know. So when you meet such people, you just have to put your ego down, just humble yourself and learn from them. They don't need to compete. You can learn from them. And the truth is that if you stay with them long enough, you might even see that there are also things that they've gotten wrong. Or maybe even in the past, they used to be wrong and they just learnt it and now they now know the right thing. And there are people that those people will also meet and they will learn from. So it's a thing of pride. I mean, I like to remind myself that you have to stay humble.
Yeah.
Because there's human tendency to want to be proud, to want to say that.
Yeah, that natural ego.
Yes, there is. And yes, you might even say that it's justifiable. Somebody graduated in first class, you can say that the person, you've earned the right to be proud. Yes. But there's a difference between being aware of what you've done and letting it get to your head and just carry your and stop learning. Yes.
You graduated with a first class from physics. Yeah, how you take one?
Let me be proud. So whenever I'm proud.
University of Benin,
yes, physics department.
Same school I
so
go.
Whenever I'm proud, it's a joke, but still I'll even though that joke, it has rubbed off some people
from
the
your
wrong way.
department, because you know, like, I know people, I don't hear of people they graduate with first class.
Yes,
Like,
yes.
I don't know anybody personally. You know, like,
Really?
yes, now I don't know anybody personally who don't
Nah, lie.
graduate. Me and my friends now, two one, two two, all of us good.
Nah, lie.
I'm being serious. Like, I've seen on video. They say, okay, this person, I don't know, like, have a personal relationship with anybody that's graduated with first class. First class for Uniben. No,
let
cause
me. You dey lie, Abi?
I'm serious.
Okay.
Personal, I've seen
Yes.
the people,
Yeah.
but like say, okay, me and this person they talk, me and this person are guys, me and this person are friends. I don't know anybody that graduated with first class. And maybe I should check my educational life, sha. Maybe I know serious with my
But
education.
let me just put out there that sometimes grades are not completely.
Oga, no stay
the-
humble. Tell me
the-
how you
no,
feel,
no, no.
man.
Don't worry. The time I'll be proud.
Uh-huh.
I'll be proud. Grades are not completely. You notice what I said. I don't say that they are not completely the measure of intelligence. They measure an aspect of it, and maybe also measure discipline, dedication, and all of that. Maybe attention, how well you can pass exams. All these are factors that go into it.
You know, the
right?
fact that you graduated with a first class, I put them into my own perspective. Say, okay, you know if you get deal, you know that means you.
Yes. I never had
How,
it.
how consistent were you? Guy, you dey read oh. and the crazy thing is the department. Now the
Okay.
department.
Now let me be proud. Let me be proud.
Okay.
I not just graduate the first class.
Mm.
You know, if you have like a group of first class people, inside that group of first class people, I'm still like a first class inside that group.
How many people graduated
I-
with first class from your
It's
department?
just me. Yes, I had,
I'll get up.
and I had a 4.91 CGPA. So it's not like
4.91.
so that now I tell you if I won't brag,
No
time
wonder
dey
you
to
popular
brag.
for church. No wonder you popular for church.
Time dey to brag. So I made a 4.91, and it will be unfair to say that I put in more effort than every other person. It will be unfair. There are a lot of
What's the
factors that
niche?
maybe.
What were the factors, like the things that you did that the rest people do? Because I
Okay.
didn't say
That rest people did not
like okay, let me explain. You know, like say okay, people they get different. Like me when I enter school, first class, I never even, I don't think I just say
That's
okay,
one. That's one. Me, I have a mindset of excellence, and it's the kind of house I grew up in. My dad then it was expected of you to be excellent at whatever you do. I was that kind of child that if you come second in school, you are going to cry while going home from primary school, right? So when I was coming to school, he said that in my 100 level, he said, try if you can make a 4.8. It was a normal talk. It was not like putting me under pressure. So me, I knew that if I was going to come here, I was going to try my best. So right from the start, I knew that I'm going to put in my best. So if my best gives me a first class, very good. But if it gives me 2-1, I know that. But anything it gives me, I know that this is my best, right? And there were a lot of us, and I made friends with similar mindsets too in 100 level. That time,
Very early.
physical science is 1000 LT. We plenty. It be like the 1000 people where they there. We passed 1007 because there were 2 faculties. It be like all of us won't make first class. So
Just
at least there was the desire, there was the want, there was the you really want this thing.
That's the first step.
I always believe that it starts from here, right? So there's that desire, and if you desire it so much, you do what it takes to want to. And what does it take? You just have to maybe study and okay. Let's simplify it. You just have to pass the exams, get an A. If you get enough A's, you get a first class, right?
That's the problem.
So that
how
is
do you get
how do you
A's?
get A's?
No, but like I feel like you have to be naturally intelligent first.
Okay.
Because you didn't naturally see.
Anybody that gets into Uniben, I believe that there's
There's
a level of
There's
intelligence.
a level of intelligence. That's true.
Yes,
Sha.
somehow.
I don't think there's any dull person in
Yes,
Uniben.
yes, I
At
believe
least
that.
bare minimum is average.
Yes. There are only people that maybe things come to them faster
Yeah.
when they want to study.
Yeah.
I believe I'm one of those people,
Okay.
right? It's not like I said, it's not like I put in more effort that when it comes to study time. But I was fortunate that in my 100 and 200 level, that was when I built the foundation. Maths was my strength. And what they used to tell us then was mathematics is the language of physics. So if you understand maths well, if you can do mathematics very well, at least some of your problems will be solved when you are doing physics. Some of them. And physics is a very interesting course, even though it's not something I'm doing right now. It's very interesting. There are some some parts of it that you can relate to physical life, right? You can relate to technology, even though we need to be more practical in schools. That would help people. Like I said, there are people that are visual learners, right? They have to see something. They have to, if they experience it, they are not going to forget it. Then there are other people that they can study, they can memorize things. You get? There are some people that, while their memory might not be that good, they can understand patterns, they see patterns, so
Everybody has their
I think
strength.
me, I have a bit of all of them. Yes, that's why I'm a designer, and that is what
I was coming to
yes,
that.
that is what helps me. I noticed that I recognized patterns. That was even why I liked mathematics. If there's a pattern and I can recognize it, it's easier than to memorize it. But then over time, I realized that you also have to memorize. Now, memorization is where the actual effort comes in. Okay, the memory is there, but you don't know how good it is until you put in the effort to say, okay, I want to remember this thing. And then the other part I talked about is experiencing. Yes, that experience, almost everybody, if they experience something, it's an experience. It's not going. It will be easy for them to forget it. It will be. It will be hard for them to forget it. Do you get? So a lot of
that's
things,
like learning by experience.
yes, a lot of things contributed to me coming out. Yes, I'll give my brain some of the credit, then some of my efforts, and I was always going to class.
When you were in school, have you started sewing?
Yes, I was sewing before I gained admission into Uniben. But when in 100 level, I did not really sew. I only made clothes. Maybe when I went home during the weekend, I used to stay in Delta State. So almost every time I was traveling home and during holidays, or maybe 1 or 2 times, but it never really got in the way of my academics. But I was just telling people that, I make clothes. Then in 200 level, that was when I brought my machine to school. Yes. So it's still, people know you, but they will not start just flocking in and bringing in jobs like that. So it was 1 or 2, maybe amendments, but still I was able to do them. It was until 300 level, and that was when I was now worried that is this not going to get in the way of mine? Because already in my 100 level I made the first class. I made a 4.5 something. Then in my 200 level, that was what really set the expectation. I had just 1 B. I had 15 A's. So it set, and the GP then was 4.95. So people in the department were looking for me. Then the guy that was after me too, he came, he encouraged me. His name is Peter. Shout out to Peter. He's in the US now. He's doing his PhD. Yes. So he was on first class too. So he came, he encouraged me. Then it dawned on me that I don't set expectations. So when the tailoring now started to grow, I was worried. Then I met somebody too, my friend. She's a designer too, for the culture. She's on IG. She's in Lagos. So I met her too. She was a level higher. Yes, I think I was in 200 or 300, but she was just a level higher. So we met I went to New Benin to buy fabric. So we were just talking, and I was like, I'm on the first class, and it bothers me that my tailoring might get in the way of my academics because expectations had been set. My dad, he was happy. You get now, and people like a story of this boy in the first class, but he can't fall off. Yes, and me too. I don't think I would have been able to forgive myself.
You already told your parents.
They knew now. They know not check. I tell them. Yes, I used to visualize going to the board and seeing my result and seeing a first class and be happy about it. So I told them. So when I told her about it, she said that she just told me that this is the time that I can build my client base. That let me not worry that I somehow I'll be able to balance it. So what I did was I would make, when the semester started, school was not so serious. So I'll collect jobs, I'll make clothes because I also needed the money.
It's not just now to push things.
Yeah, I started sewing out of passion after I finished secondary school. But the university, I needed the money.
Passion first.
Yes.
Sit down first.
Yes, I needed the money. So I would collect jobs. Then if we had tests, I might prepare towards it. So my studying evolved from how it was in 100 and 200. It's now like I was now, should I say, laser focused on, it was now all about timing. You get? In 100 and 200, I did a lot of rock solid studying. I would study my entire material before exams. I would revise it during exams. I would do past questions. That was my 100 and 200 level pattern. And by the time I go into the hall, now you are charged. By the time I got to 300 level, it will be like, okay, I don't have the luxury of studying once at least. So that ones that I'll be studying, towards the exam has to be also very solid. So that was it. And like I said again, I'll have to give my brain to God be all the glory first of all. But in the way how things
And you were still a church boy in the middle.
no, I was not a church boy.
Really?
I was not a church boy. That is something that I'm not so proud of. I think we'll get to faith, and my faith grew after I graduated, but I was not a church boy. I was going to church.
Yeah, but like no.
But my faith as a believer was not there. Some Sundays, a lot of the Sundays, I was not going to church because church was a routine to me then.
So was it when you came to CCI?
Yeah, I'll tell you. I think let me just say what happened. Okay. So after I graduated, quickly. And it was 2022 December, and there was this prayer I used to pray every crossover night. I'll be like, I knew that my relationship with God was not strong, was not there. Yes, and you called me a church boy. I knew these things. I've been hearing the gospel. I've been hearing about God from when I was young. But when you are young, there are things you don't really understand. Yeah. And then for a while, I was not really going to church. But every crossover night, then I was always praying. 21 crossover, I'll pray to God that God, I want to be close to you. 22. So it was 23 crossover nights. Then I told myself that in 2024, I was going to try to attend church every Sunday of the year. The 52 Sundays. Not midweek service, so just Sunday first. Because I grew comfortable staying at home on Sunday mornings when people would go to people would be going to church. Yeah. And there's something about if you don't go to church on Sunday morning, there's something so calm about that's when everybody has gone to church. It will be like the best time to do your laundry. It will be like the best time to rest. Do you get? But I thought to myself that even government workers, they give them Saturdays and Sundays, and how many hours you can do it. So it started off as maybe discipline too. So the church I was attending then, I was going there every Sunday. Then something happened along the lines. I'm not going to go into details of what really happened, but I skipped church a number of times. So this particular Sunday that I went to CCI Benin, it was nobody invited me. It was just something I had heard in passing that I knew Pastor Aaron, but not really the church.
Same with me.
Yes, not really the celebration church. Yeah. So I used to see his clips. I used to see Femi Lazarus. So I really liked their teaching. So I knew Pastor Aaron. So somebody had mentioned earlier during the week that celebration church, Pastor Aaron's church is now at females. So I did not even, it was just an information to me. I was not going to act on it or anything. So on Sunday now, that particular Sunday, I was going to go to my friends, they were around, so they wanted to go to my church with me in the morning. So I now realized that, my church had a combined service and I could not go there. So it just came to me that, let's go to, I heard about this, let's go there now. So immediately I checked their Instagram. I saw that service was 9 a.m., which was a very good thing.
Time.
Yes, I think it was 9 a.m. or 9:45. Can't remember sharp. But there were two services then. So the second service was around that 9. So we went now. So something stood out for me the first time I was there. Mind you, I told you that I was already building that habit of going to church every Sunday. Yes. So something stood out when they were praying. They did not just pray for their church or church members. I was used to the churches I used to attend. I was used to them praying for their members. Yes. One particular one prays for their genuine members. And then I would think to myself that
the amount of selfishness.
What if I'm not going to condemn? I don't like to condemn, right? So I was thinking to myself that
what if I'm not
genuine? What if I'm not a genuine member? What if I'm visiting? So this prayer does not cover me, but I would pray nevertheless. But they prayed for Celebration Church and every other church preaching the gospel. So I looked at my friend. I was like, green flag. That was the first green flag. Two things stood out. Then during the sermon time, PJK now came to preach. Because I was not a very expressive person. So all these shouts and enthusiasm, no be me be that. What I look forward to in a service is the sermon. So when PJK came, he preached the word. The topic then was what the gospel is, and he talked about how the gospel is not a means to personal gain. And it was just like what I'd been looking for. Sometimes you might not know what you are looking for, but when you get it, you know that I've been looking for this thing. Even though I could not
what I needed.
Even though I could not define it, but I've been looking for this thing. So I was like, immediately after the service, I told myself that I'm coming back. Like, I've started a new church, and I'm not going to say it was my thought, but I saw myself as part of them. I saw myself um, being instrumental, and then there was just 1 year and a few months in Benin. I was like, this is a young church, this is God's move, and I can be a part of it. So when the membership class started, that was how I grew in progress and joy. And now, it was not like I was trying to force it, because I'm going to tell you now. By 2025, this was October 2024, October 13, 2024, and I finished the entire year going to Celebration Church. Right, by December I had finished membership class and joined follow-up.
I mean, just like the same way you just joined. That's how. Because I already knew Pastor Aaron. I knew Pastor Aaron like 2 years ago from I was going to a church, and I was like a chorister in my previous church, and my church was still a big church as well. So I don't really get the intention of say, okay, I want to change church or anything. But I love Pastor Aaron, and I've been looking forward to serving him. So there was a time I stopped church for like 1, 2, 3, 4 months. I was not going to church again because of some things that just happened. Yeah. And my choir, everybody for church, like everybody, what's happening? Some of them won't find me comes. They were like, no, I travel. Why is I not travel going anywhere? I just told them I traveled. I didn't travel. So when I was to, I lied though. Yeah. When I was to resume church, I just like those kind of days where you just say, today, even if you say word one for me must go church today. Yes. So I just got up. So I got to film house. I remember that day vividly. I got to film house. I said, "Nah, this CCI I want to go because time was already gone.
Yes.
And my church they start like 7.
Yes.
So I got to film house. They say, I went to CCI the film house. They said they know they again. They are no longer here. Yes. And I went to their Instagram and I typed. And I saw like the link.
Yeah,
there's a link.
Yes.
There's a link there. So immediately I followed the link. I went to this our new location now.
Vanet.
Yeah.
Okay, Vanet's place.
Yes.
Okay.
I went to this. It's not like 1 year. Okay. I never do it 1 year.
Okay, no, I'm approaching 2 years now.
No, I've never.
So now let me tell you what now, like the whole transformation thing. By 2025, so by the which was last year. So by the end of last year, I gave a testimony today on my Instagram that 2024 I made a vow or like a decision to try to go to, which I did not meet, right? And I'm going to preach the gospel with that whole thing, which I did not meet. But I tried.
Yeah.
I put in effort. Yeah. So I missed church about maybe 5. Do you get? So by 2025, by the end, that last Sunday, I realized that I'd gone to church every single Sunday. And now it was not like I was trying to.
It was just you.
It was now normal. It was now like it was normal for me to be in church on a Sunday morning.
Can't even stay comfortable.
If I'm not in church on a Sunday morning, then I travel. The only Sunday I traveled, I still went to church. there. But it was now normal. It is now my nature. Rather than trying to be something, now it was now my nature. It's the same thing with.
Is that not what consistency do for you?
It's not consistency. It's not effort. The same way like is not by your effort. Man tries to keep the law and fails, which was like 2024.
Whichever way, you have to put the effort.
In salvation, it's not the same. It's not the same thing. In salvation, so I'm saying.
People work out their salvation.
Let me land. Let me land. So this is not really a theology. This thing, some questions now PJ Kefi and to answer. But see now in 2024, this was me. The intention was there too, but I fell short. But now in 2025, which is now God's grace, because you are not saved by your works, you are saved by grace.
Yeah.
So you don't work for it. You're already saved, and things are now automatic. Now when you are saved and you receive the Holy Spirit, transformation begins to happen. This is the
message of the gospel.
Yes, transformation begins to happen to you, and it's now some things just fall off as you grow. Some things just fall off naturally.
Yeah.
Now, every Sunday, like I said, is now normal for me. Now, not only did I go to church the 52 Sundays, I attended a lot of midweek services that I was saying that I was not even going to add. I attended special programs. I saw my faith grow. Do you get? And things that maybe naturally discourage me, strengthened it. Strengthened my faith.
That was God working.
Yes, that was the hand of God. And if I saw an aspect of my life was I used to play a lot of secular music. You know the name there, 001 and all of them. Do you get? And then I had a lot of
God,
I had a lot of defense for why, the lyrics I don't really listen to, I just like the beat. But I also saw that I stopped. If it's not, I'm not saying if it's not gospel music,
yeah, but like,
but if it's not a believer behind it, I began to, my understanding started to change, and like I said, all these things were now natural. It was now my reality. Yes. So that is my own CCI, and I'm not where I want to be yet. But well, if I look back at where I'm coming from, it is evident that God is able to keep me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You have an amazing story, guys. Yes. So, like, I enjoyed this episode. I learned a lot. And I'm hoping that you are going to come here again. You know, like, yes,
by God's grace. Yeah, by God's grace.
You try, because
by God's
like
grace.
From your education, because the first day I heard it, I think it was from PJK's mouth. I heard it. He just randomly said it in his I think it was that day that they were looking for people that were going to do competition like that. Just want to say like, Ben, come outside. Like, this guy got his first class. Me with my tutu. I also feel.
No.
No, I'm not trying to.
I have a huge respect of. I respect everybody. Me with my 4.91 does not make me better than, and it's not a gimmick.
Yeah, it's
if it's a gimmick and if you are faking it, people will know. Yes, it does not make me better. But it does not mean that I will now have to shrink that or hide the fact that to make people feel comfortable. But it does not make me a better person. There are areas in life that I don't thrive at, that people do well, and that is life, and it is balanced.
Thank you for coming on the show.
No worries, my G. Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much. Please do to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on all social media platforms. Thank you very much. See you in the next episode.
All right, bye.